we have to figure out these spacer things, right? Because oh no, wait, crap. I did something wrong. Dang. I forgot a spacer, or a shim, or whatever. Oh man, that kind of sucks. So now I gotta take this dang, that's irritating. So that spacer, yeah, I missed a spacer. Damn it. So we'll try to remember how this lined up. But I missed both of these. This spacer and that spacer. And I think yeah, it only goes in there one way. So we have to somehow figure out, oh, okay, so that has to go. So I just put a little bit of DC4 on that spacer. DC4 is a petroleum-based compound. It's just a thick goo that I use to put this whole thing together, really. We use it in the aviation industry. Oh, band, that's right. Now the band goes in. We have to figure out those spacers, remember? Yeah, I do. So, they tell you it's got to go in, but they don't tell you how. Yeah, the clutches go in first, and then the band. They don't tell you what's the best way to accomplish this. Wow! That sucker didn't want to come out of there. Well, you got in there somehow, buddy. You're coming. Okay. Alright. Apparently, this band has a notch in it, and I had it in this way. I'm going to flip it over so it's in this way. That might make all the difference in the world. Seems to be working. Okay, that's it. Okay, so the notch faces up, okay? And these parts are the parts that fell out earlier. Wow. This is an exercise in dexterity. And patience. So the next thing is the water pump, and that was the one thing, or sorry, oil pump. That was the one thing I was actually going to rebuild for you to show how it was done. So stand by. Okay, so here's the oil pump. We're going to go ahead and rebuild it. I just got it stood up on some plastic boxes here. We've already taken this apart once. Oh, let me get rid of this gasket. We've already taken this apart once, so we know what this looks like. There's a lot of parts in here, I think. So we'll just take it. Holy cow. Take it slow. So we'll pull all these out, set those aside. There's a thrust washer here, we're just going to leave it there. And this thing, let me see. Oh, that's what happens with that. Okay, So we'll set this aside. We'll focus on this guy for the moment. And I can already see lots of seals and stuff in there. Let me go back to the point in the manual where it talks about it. There's only 3 seals on this part of the pump. There's this guy. And this has, let me see if you can see this. This has, it's stepped. Here the seal is, I don't know if you can see that. The seal is kind of stepped. So we'll go over here to our seal kit and find an appropriate matching. That's the old, this is the new. I'll just stick the new one on. And it fits quite smartly. And then we have these two, I believe these are metal rings. Why is that not? Oh, they might be interlocked. They are interlocked. Okay, so these metal rings I'm taking out have little teeth that interlock them together. And I know where those replacements are, so I'm just going to throw those aside. I have to find my end bit. There we go. I'm just going to slide this out. It works a lot like a piston ring. Here are my replacements, brand new. I'll just slide that on. And they're just metal rings. Again, just like a piston ring. And you have to kind of catch the ends together, which in this case seems a little bit easier said than done. There we go. And I'm going to treat this as if it were an engine, and I'm going to stagger those end gaps. Just doesn't say to do that in the manual, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. Oh, well there you go. Okay. So that piece is done. See how easy this goes? And then there's this guy. I gotta look in the book to see what gaskets are in there. And an O-ring. So there's only a seal and an O-ring in this part. So this would be the O-ring. This is where it mates up with the case. This just slides out of here. Big old ring. Throw it away. Get the replacement. Just slide it in. I try to be careful of sharp metal edges. Sharp metal edges will destroy one of those things. Now, there's an oil seal on the other side. So what I'm going to do is actually take out the pump portion. Let me see if it'll even let me pull this out. I just want to set that aside because that's kind of the brains of the operation. Okay, oh, there's still fluid in there. Let's over here, dump the fluid in here. And that's a seal right there. So let's see, what's the best way to remove this guy? Actually, probably the best way would be to punch it out from the other side. Okay, so what we're going to do, thought I had another hand in here. I'll clean up my junk a little bit. Are we still, yeah, so I'm going to take my pin. There's a bushing here, so we got to be careful. Actually, before we go anywhere, let me make sure I got the right part for this thing, which it looks like I do. There's the replacement, and yeah, that's the right part. Okay, so we got to be careful of this bushing here, but we want to get that. Boy, that's going to be a challenge. Let me put my metal guys here. Get it off this goofy plastic. Alright. not cooperating entirely too well, is it? Oh, there we go. I think we made some progress. Not really. You gotta come out of there sometime. You may as well come out now. And I just pop through the plastic part. Huh. This is being a bit troublesome. Well, I don't know why either. I'll keep working it from the other side. I think I'm going to have better luck. I'm punching it a little bit this way and a little bit down, hopefully to get, there's a ring, hopefully to catch the inside race of the seal and just punch it out. It just doesn't want to cooperate too well with me. Wow, that just does not want to come out of there. Okay, starting to damage the bushing a little bit. So what we'll do, we'll try another method. Where's this guy? Is that the one? That guy. Sometimes these don't come out too easily. So tap it down, make yourself a little room to work with, and sometimes you can get lucky by simply prying it out. So you want to find a screwdriver that's big enough. And if you, I mean the whole goal here is to distort the seal enough so that it just kind of comes out on its own. Okay? I got a good, wow. I'm breaking metal. Cool. Oops. Boy. This certainly does not want to come out of there. This is probably a good one to pick to use as an example. Wow. Having to cause quite a bit of damage here. Good Lord. I'm going to try to persuade it out from this side. I'm going to be careful about that bushing in there. There we go. Just loosened it up enough to just knock it out.